Hello all, welcome in this ERP SAP team YouTube channel. Today we are going to uh, create a new tutorial for SAPMM, how to create the purchase order. Okay, see how to create the purchase order. Once we are going to create the purchase order, we need to select the plant code for which plant code we are going to create the purchase order. Purchase order is generally issued to vendor from which we have taken the services or some materials or goods. So here we are taking some services. So we have to issue the purchase order to the vendor. This is the vendor code. These are the account assignment. These are the service number, the tax code, amount, its thing. Okay. So we are going to create the purchase order for which the vendor code is this. Okay. So we need to copy this vendor code. Okay, so SAP transaction code ME21N is used for the creating of the purchase order. Okay, from here you can choose the document type of the purchase order: need based order, third party sales, regular purchase orders, service orders, and on. We are selecting need based order. Okay, and here you need to click the vendor code. Don't press enter. Okay, we are creating the purchase order for the test and training purpose. These are the training tutorials. So we are creating that. Here you can test and train PO. Okay, and here you need to fill your circle code 1030. Okay, and in the procurement type, because we are creating the purchase order for the services, so OPEX. Okay, here you need to choose the vendor category because our vendor is not an SME vendor, so we have chosen the B002. Fine. So next you go in the ORG data. Okay, in the purchase organization you need to choose decentralized purchase organization because we are not creating the centralized purchase order. Centralized purchase order is created for the companies at the headquarter level. Okay, we are creating the decentralized purchase order at our plant code level. Okay, in the purchase group we are selecting some SSA MM040, or you can choose your own drop down depending on the requirement. Okay, I'm choosing operation SSA. Okay, company code is 1100. Fine, that's fine. Okay, and here you need to choose the account assignment. Okay, these are the PO. This is the PO header line. Okay, in account assignment we are creating the purchase order with respect to cost center. Okay, so we have chosen the cost center. In the item category we need to choose the item category because we are creating this need based order for services, so we need to choose services. Okay, uh, test GI services. Okay, open operation PO quantity 1. Okay, here you need to use auxiliary unit because this is order unit, and here you need to choose okay day formats. Delivery date is just today date. Okay, Net price is 100 because our basic price is 100. Currency is Indian rupees. Per quantity, okay, single quantity. And order unit is auxiliary unit. Material group is, you need to choose your appropriate material group, but we are choosing the GST services because the material comes under the GST services come under the GST services, so we have chosen this. Plant is 3002. The services taken as the storage location 100. Okay, this is the basic PO header line. Hope you understand. Now we need to go in the details of the item category. See, here you need to fill the services. See, what are the services we have taken? The services we have taken is this. Short text is test services, training services from vendor. Okay. Here you need to choose the appropriate service number from the service number list available at our ERP help desk, and as prescribed by your SAPMM consultant. Okay, you need to choose appropriate service type. Okay, and here I'm just choosing the quantity 1, and unit is, each unit price is 100. Okay, and then you need to go on the invoice tab. You need to choose the uh, account assignment tab. Here you need to choose the account assignment. I'm choosing the account assignment as 5020701. 5020701. This is the general ledger account. Here I am just book in this head I am booking expense. Cost center is 3002101. This is respective cost center. Choose your appropriate cost center as per your own requirement. Okay. Then comes in the invoice tab. You need to choose the 18% IGST tax. Okay. Here you go in the drop down. Okay. See, I'm just going to explain you why we are choosing such type of the tax. See, our vendor is from other than the services taken place. Okay, the services taken is in Coimbatore, but our vendor is from Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh. So GSTN of the Tamil Nadu state and GSTN of the Uttar Pradesh is different. So we have applied the all India input across India IGST 18%. So if we have taken the services in the Tamil Nadu states and vendor is also from Tamil Nadu state, then we have to apply 9% GST, 9% SGST, 9% IGST input intrastate. Okay, but here is vendor from other than state, other than GST and judicial area, so we have applied IGST 18%. Okay, so you need to choose 18%. Fine. Then go in the services tab. Okay, click on this service tab and go in the taxes. Here you should also apply the tax code. Okay, IK we have already applied. Fine. Then go in the header tab, go in the text. Okay, here you can mention your own details like PO is issued for test and training purpose. Okay, and you can mention your header note here. Okay, purchase order for service. Here you can mention your pricing type as per tender document. Okay, you can mention the deadline also. Within 5 days or 13 days. Within 5 days issuing of the PO. Okay, you can delivery schedule. You can mention the delivery schedules. Okay, that is 13 January 2022. Shipping details, shipping instructions, terms of pricing, warranties, penalty, guarantee, contract, asset, other content, delivery, vendor memo. So you can mention your all the terms and condition here in the purchase order while issuing the purchase order. Okay, so we have mentioned few requirements as per the understanding purpose. Okay, and in the customer data tab you need to fill the vendor category. Okay, we have already filled this data. Okay, and test training PO, and circle code is 1030, and procurement type is O, and here we have chosen the not SME vendors. Okay, okay, so we are going to check this purchase order if everything is all right or not. Okay, no message during check. Once we check, no message during check, no message issued during check. So we are going to save this purchase order. Saving this purchase order. Okay, a purchase order number has been generated now. Okay, this is our purchase order number. We need to drop down here. Okay, you need to note down your purchase order number. Now it's time to release your purchase order. Okay, so you need to forward this purchase order through inbox. Okay, go in the SAP workplace. This is our purchase order number. Okay, because we are not having the facilities of like sending the purchase order through the proper SAP workflow inbox. So you need to follow your SAP workflow approval, SAP purchase order workflow approval as per your company guidelines. But here I am just going to release this purchase order using ME29N. Okay, and you need to fill this purchase order. 4200894577. Fine. Go in the header tab go in the initiator tab and just click on this release. Go in the competent authority tab and release. Okay, now our purchase order has been released or approved, and now we are going to save. Okay, so here you need to fill the transaction code ME29N, release R1, that is from initiator, R2 ME29N released R1 R2. Okay, now our purchase order has been released. Fine, you can take the printout of this purchase order using ME9F. Okay, here you need to fill the document number and something, and click on the execute output. This is the vendor code, this is a purchase order. Click on the trial printout. System will generate the printout using ME9F. Okay, due to any means you need to fill the purchase order and click on this, click on the trial printout. System will generate the printout. Now you can check the purchase order amount and all the pricing using ME23N. This is our purchase order. Click on the print preview. System will generate the data lines. Okay, this is the test PO, this is the purchase order number, and this is the vendor number. Dear sir, PO, this is the condition we have mentioned in the text column, and this is the purchase order amount, tax code, total amount, and all. Okay, so if everything is all right, then we are going to create service entry sheet. Okay, we are going to create service entry sheet using ML81N. Create SES. Fine, so execute the transaction code ML81N. The condition to create the service entry sheet is you have approved the purchase order. Okay, because without approval of the purchase order you're not able to create the service entry sheet. Okay, click on the other purchase order, copy your purchase order number from here, and click on the enter. Okay, execute the transaction code ML81N. Click on the other purchase order, fill your purchase order number. By default, system is picking the 10th line item. I repeat again, by default system is picking 10th line item, that is the first line item. If you want to create the purchase service entry sheet for 20 line item, 30 line item, then you need to clearly mention the purchase order line item. Fine, I'm just clicking on the create entry sheet and mentioning in the shortest test and training services by vendor. Okay, period is from 11/1/2022, 13/1/2022. Fine, In the additional data, you need to fill the storage location from where you have taken the services. In the reference circle, you need to fill 1030, that is your circle code. Okay, and CMBTR is our location. In acceptance data, you need to fill these. Okay, and from click on the service selection to adopt the services from the purchase order. Okay, click on the service selection to adopt the services from the purchase order. Click on the services, adopt full quantity, means I just want to create the whole quantity service entry sheet. Select this service, again click on the services. System is going to adopt the services. Fine. Then you need to post, save. System has generated the service entry sheet. You need to note down. Okay. We have created the service entry sheet using ML81N. Fine. Okay. Now it's time to release the service entry sheet. You can initiate your service entry sheet through inbox to your competent authority, and that competent authority will release the approve the service entry sheet. But here I am just going to release the service entry sheet using ML81N. This is our service entry sheet. Once we have this is our service entry sheet. Okay. You just open this service entry sheet by putting your other purchase order, click on the entry sheet number, fill your entry sheet number, and this is your service entry number. Go in the display change mode, again click on this release flag, first R1, that is by initiator. Okay, and again by R2, that is by competent authority. Okay, and then you need to post. Once you post, then accounting document will generate and your service entry sheet has been approved. See, a service entry sheet saved, acceptance document posted. Okay, you can note down this acceptance document, and this is your MIGO document. Release SES by ML81N R1 R2 MIGO document is there. Fine. Now you can send the vendor bill along with approval of SES to your accounts department for the running of the MIRO. Now our pendencies come in the GRIR. Okay, once the service entry sheet is approved, then your liabilities come in the GRIR. Once the MIRO is processed by account teams, then from the GRIR to vendor liability. Okay, so this is a whole process, how to create the purchase order and how to create the service entry sheet. We have approved those service entry sheet using the method, shortcut method, but you can approve your service entry sheet as per your company norms. Fine. Now you need to take the printout of this SES. ML83 is the transaction code to take the printout. Okay, this is our MIGO document number. You need to note down this MIGO document number. Okay, copy this service entry sheet number. Okay, copy this service entry sheet number here and execute. Click on this, click on the trial printout, choose the output device LOCL, click on the delete after output and click on the print. System will generate. We have taken the PDF 995. Okay, you can install the Foxit reader or any Adobe reader to convert these file in the PDF format for printed directly. Don't take printout. Okay, click on the OK. System will generate the printout PDF file. See, this is the PDF file of the your service entry sheet. Fine. So you can get the data regarding the same. Can hand over this service entry sheet to your claim department. Fine. And one more thing, just I want to give you understanding. Like ML84 is a transaction code from where you can get the data regarding the details of the service entry sheet with respect to purchase order. Okay, so this is your purchase order. Here you can fill your purchase order detail and come in the drop down, acceptance indicator all, blocking indicator all, and you just click on execute. See, with respect to purchase order, how many entry sheet you have created, how many are approved, how many are not approved, because green indicator is showing the service entry sheet has been approved, but if red indicator is there, then service entry sheet is not approved, amount is there, everything is showing here. Okay, so this is one more concept. Okay, so here we are note down. So ML83 print of SES, ML84 number of SCS with respect to PO. Okay, so this is the way how you can create the purchase order, approve the purchase order, print the purchase order, then we can create the service entry sheet and approve the service entry sheet, print the service entry sheet, and the next step is handing over the bills, POS order and service entry sheet copy to the claim department. Claim department will reimburse the payment to this respective vendor. So thank you for watching this session. This session we have created for just understanding purpose, training purpose, and just for knowledge sharing purpose. Okay, so please share this knowledge with your colleagues and friends, so people must understand how can we create the purchase order in SAP, how can we create the CS in SAP, what are the workflows and all. Okay, have a nice day. See you in the next video.